a score from 0 to 10. If 0 is no pain, 10 is the worst you've ever had. What's your pain level at right now?
9.12.
If you want to start working your legs over towards the side of the bed, then roll up onto your shoulder. Use that core strength to sit straight up. Keep your eyes open. Feel dizzy or lightheaded at all? You're doing really good.
I think I'll show this valve before I go. You want to see it now?
How are you doing? Doing right back down?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Do you want us to rub your back a little bit with some lotion?
Sure.
He was so energetic.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
To do this early is very, very impressive.
Strong boy.
Yep. We put the biggest valve
Ready to lay back down?
Really?
In fact, it's the last one that was available, not only here, but it seems like in the whole western United States.
Really?
It's been hard to get these bigger valves for some reason, so it was a perfect fit for this.
Show you, sweetie.
So that's
yours, huh?
This is the valve. Usually, I said it comes out in pieces. Yours came out in one piece. But this is the leaflet. These are leaflet tissues, 1, 2, and 3. But you can see that yours are fused together instead of having a crack that goes all the way up each side. This is where it's calcified. It's really hard, like a rock. And then the edges, they don't come together. In you, they were a little bit closer, but they're rolled and they're thick, and they just don't touch each other to seal. So every time you tried to close, it would leave a gap, and the blood would just leak backwards into the heart.
I don't know.
Come on, touch it.
Done what he's done, seeing
Sure.
the problem he had, you know.
Feel that rock hard part there?
That's from...
That's just from the turbulent blood flow against it, and it just calcified over time. And the thickening is kind of what we see with bicuspid valves. They just aren't normal. They're just not really thin.
Man, Arthur. Our Robert is amazing.
So these two leaflets here are kind of fused together, but they just can't come together. They just okay.
It doesn't look like it works.
Dilates up a bit. That's what we measured at 4.7 centimeters. And then at the end, we'd replaced it with a piece of the Dacron. So now it's all 28 millimeters, 2.8.
Oh, it's a red.
Yep, that's the Dacron tube there. It's really white, but on this printer it just turned out to be pink. This is your heart. It all looks very normal. This first picture shows some of the tubing. This is the tubing we drain the blood to the heart-lung machine. This is the tube that pumps it back into you. And then they took one picture with the... So as we removed this part of the aorta, we looked right down at the valve. And before we cut the valve out, this is what the valve looked like in there. So this is the rim of your aorta that we left behind. And that's these strings actually are pulling these three commissures up so we can look at the valve a little bit easier. And then we cut the whole valve out. We're going to let you tell us how much you want to put up with, but I want you to be able to take a deep breath without feel like you're going to die. Nothing's going to break. You've got nice, strong bone.
That's good.
It's very securely put back together, so... But you're doing well. For this stage of the game, you're ahead of 99% of our patients. You're really doing well.
So tell me when you're ready.
I guess I'm ready.
Okay, feel the floor there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up with the leg, straight up. Okay, whenever you're ready, we can...
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Well, that was uneventful.
That's how we like it.
So, it's the morning after surgery, and I'm in an incredible amount of pain. They give me Percocet on all the pain meds that they can. I'm hungry, but it hurts to eat. And when I do eat, I want to throw up. But I'm afraid to throw up because that would hurt so bad. So I think it's like 7:15 a.m. I went into surgery 7 yesterday. And surgery took 4 hours. I'm hoping it doesn't hurt like this very much longer.
Nice sounding valve.
So, sounding a little bit
I can hear a
better
little.
than the other.
Yeah, no, and there's no murmur at all. There's a little bit of a rub as your heart kind of moves back and forth. Where we open that pericardium, I can hear it rubbing. You see the rubbing matter, the chest tube that's in there.
So I'm more conscious now.
Yeah.
So, is that supposed to be leaflets that
Yes,
supposed to be
leaflets,
taller?
and they're supposed to be
Or
having a slit all the way to the edge in each of them, and they're all three are fused. So usually this is the one we see fused, and that's where you had that chunk of calcium that you felt, and that's what makes it one leaflet and two leaflets. But these are, Dr. Jensen was thinking on the echo he looked at, this looks more like a unicusp instead of a bicuspid, which is another variant. So, and you can't really tell, but you probably felt those edges are just rolled and thick, and they never came together. It just it's closed a little bit tighter than that, but it never closed completely.
So that's why it wasn't working out.
Yep.
Do you think they used to close better, or do you think they've always been kind of like that?
Well, generally over time, those thickened edges get more rolled up and retracted, and it gets worse. But don't have an echo to compare it. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally over time it gets worse, and then over time too, the heart does all it can to compensate, and then it starts to get big. And your heart has gotten big. And some of it's just from being an athlete, and some of it's probably from this leak. That's how it's compensated.
I've only been working out for 2 years. I was lazy before that.
Is that right?
He wasn't lazy. He had laborious jobs.
Today, plan on getting some of these tubes out. Not all of them, but some, and then transferring you from the ICU.
So, did I get an athletic pig heart
Yeah.
or a lazy pig heart?
You've got the biggest pig heart they make.
Oh, really?
Um,
Pig bell?
pig
Hey,
bell.
Cam?
In fact, right now there's none. You've got the last one in the western United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're kind of in short, but they're hard to get, the bigger ones.
So when did you order that in?
We had it on the shelf. It's been here, but we can't find anything to replace it. There's nothing available.
So I got lucky.
Yeah.
I do not want to do this again.
Hopefully they'll forget all the bad parts.